Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Andri Kisro Sunyigono. I am a lecturer in Department of Agribusiness, Fakulty Agriculture, Universitas Trunojoyo Madura. I am going to present my article entitled Structural Transformation in Madura. The welfare of society can be represented by the economic growth and increase in per capita income. As we know that one of the indicator in economic growth is gross domestic regional brutto or GDRB, that GDRB represent the condition of economic in the society. Indonesia economic tend to fluctuate during 1961 to 2018. In new era order, we have economic growth about 10%, and then in 2018, the economic growth about 8%. The economic growth tend to be a structural transformation, say 1969 to 1987. In local context, we know that the growth rate of gross domestic regional brutto in Madura is always lower than other regency in East Java. For example, in 2010, the growth rate of GDRB in Madura only 4.3%, but in East Java, about 6.2%. It has an impact on poverty and inequality of local communities. There are three objectives of this article. The first one is to analyze the profile and the contribution of the sectors. The second one is to analyze the structural transformation. And the third one, to identify the correlation between structural transformation and gross domestic regional brutto and its implication. So we will discuss one by one. The methodology, the location of the study. In Madura, there are 4 regency: Sampang, Bangkalan, Pamekasan, and Sumeneb. I use time series data, that is gross domestic regional brutto, period 2015 to 2019. And the analytical tool, I use the descriptive analysis to identify and analyze the condition of the sectors and to measure the contribution of each sector in formatting the gross domestic regional brutto. And then to identify the structural transformation phenomenon, I use structural transformation index that was implemented to measure the pace of the structural transformation process. Result and discussion. Sectoral contribution. From 4 regency in Madura, the highest gross domestic regional brutto is Sumeneb Regency. In 2019, it's about 23 trillion rupiah. And the second one is Pamekasan, about 16 trillion. And then the lowest one is Sampang Regency at about 13.9 trillion rupiahs. If we identify one by one, we can see that the first two sectors that have a large contribution to gross domestic regional brutto of Sumeneb and Sampang are agriculture, forestry, and fishing as one sector, and then the other sector consists of mining and quarrying. In contrast, if we learn the previous study in Kalimantan Island, that the largest sector contributed to the gross domestic regional brutto is the mining sector. As we know, the mining sector consists of the skilled labor. They use very high technology, and then we see that the growth rate of the mining is faster than agricultural sector. This one is gross domestic regional product of Sampang district. In 2015, the total gross domestic regional product brutto is 11.67 million or 11 trillion rupiahs. And the first sector is still agriculture, forestry, and fishing, about the 3,000 million or 3 trillion. And in 2019, the agricultural sector relatively the same. It's about 3.9 trillion. And in the graphic, we can see that the agriculture is number one. They tend to stable. But if you see in the mining sector, from 2018 to 2019, the contribution tend to decrease. So the interesting one is for the informal sector from 2015 up to 2019, they tend to increase slightly. In Bangkalan, we can see there is a different phenomenon. The first sector is mining and quarrying, different to Sampang. Even the tendency is decrease, but up to 2019, the contribution of the mining still number one. Okay, the second one is agriculture. It's about a half from the mining, and also this sector is stable. And then the same to Sampang, the wholesale tend to increase. This maybe we can concern to this sector. Next, the gross domestic regional product of Pamekasan. The same way Sampang, the first sector is agriculture, forestry, and fishing. And the second sector is wholesale, and the mining is relatively low. They are about number 7 because we cannot find a very big mining activity in Pamekasan. And the last one is Sumeneb. Sumeneb also has relative good condition in mining and quarrying. It is number 2nd. And then the interesting one is the manufacturing. Manufacturing in Sumeneb is highest than other sector in compared to Sampang, Bangkalan, and Pamekasan. Because we know that in Sumeneb, there are some manufacturing that already stable. For example, in salt industry and etc. Okay, next we will discuss about structural transformation phenomena. I use correlation method, and then from this table we can see that the number of correlation about structural transformation index and average growth of gross domestic regional product is minus 0.5. And then if we see from the significance, it is 0.4. It means greater than 0.05. What it mean? It means that there is no significant correlation between structural transformation index and average growth of gross domestic regional product. And this I mentioned here again. And then from this figure, we can see that how structural transformation index correlated to average growth gross domestic regional product. Okay, the first one, we can see the red one. It is the point that related structural transformation index and average growth rate. As I mentioned before, the structural transformation index of Bangkalan is highest, about 15 point something. But the average growth rate is lower compared to Madura, Sampang, and Pamekasan. And then if we see the average growth rate of Pamekasan, they have a highest index in average growth rate, but lower in structural transformation index. It means there is a conversely relationship among structural transformation index and average growth rate. And from the discussion above, we can conclude that the structural transformation happened in Madura, and also the share of the sector relatively changed. And the second one, Madura economy still has a high comparative advantage that is marked by the dominance of primary and natural resources based sector. And then the last is there is no significant correlation between the structural transformation index and the average growth of the gross domestic regional product. I think that's all, and thank you very much.